In today's video, I've ventured out into my garden, which as you can tell is not the most manicured, just to have a chat to you and ask you one question. What matters to you? What's important to you in your life? We're all brought up to have these guidelines, I suppose, that people think we should do. We get sent to school, told to aim for college and then perhaps university before branching into the world to become someone of value in the workplace. Now, I'm not sure that's right. I've got to be honest. I've grown to the age that I am, and even now I wonder to myself what I'm going to be when I'm grown up. If you're watching the channel for the first time, my name is James. I'm 64 years old, and I like to talk about life in general, experiences, and give you a bit of encouragement as you wind your way on through life, if you like. And one of the things I don't think we all get time to do really is talk about and think about what matters to us. We do the school thing, we do the education route. Many of us then go on to jobs or running our own businesses. We start a family, we have children, and then just keep going and going and going to provide for the family, to give us a nice holiday, hopefully to buy us a home and all that sort of thing. But I'm not too sure that for all of us that's the right way. I don't think everybody wants the same things out of life. I think individually we all want something different. I don't know what that is for you. I kind of took until I was in my mid-50s to work it out for me, to feel comfortable in my own skin. This life, they treat it like it's a race that you've got to strive to become something special. But I don't see it that way. I don't think it's a race. I think it's more of a meander, more of a taking things one step at a time and trying to move on. The one thing I noticed though is that although I've run my own businesses and that, I'm not sure that I've always done what I wanted. And mainly because I never really knew what it was. I think many of us don't actually take that time. Some people take gap years out and have trips around the world and do whatever it is they want to do. And I hope that in doing that, people find themselves earlier. I think for a lot of us, we get straight into work when we get the chance. Not always the job that we want. Many of us take the first job that comes along, and then it kind of goes from there, that you work in that field and end up moving on possibly to another job in that field because that's where you have experience. And you end up living your life doing the work in a job that you didn't really want to do in the first place, but you only took it for the money. And that doesn't always give you satisfaction, because behind every job and every worker, there's something that I think for a lot of us demands to be taken out and shared. It's quite funny, you know. I spent years in businesses of my own. I spent 5 of the last 10 trying to develop 2 new businesses. And you know, I've had more satisfaction from talking to you and sharing my thoughts and my experiences and getting your comments back. That's given me more satisfaction than I ever would have imagined. And so it makes me wonder if my purpose, and what my purpose has been all along, has been to kind of provide a bit of encouragement for people in their everyday life. What is it for you? What do you hanker for? What deep down when you sit in front of the telly at night, do you wish that you could have been doing all this time? Or that you may be young enough to think to yourself, what do I want to do with the rest? I still think that too, so don't worry about that. It's an important thing, you know, knowing what matters to you. Now, don't get me wrong. I have loved being a family person. I love having children. I love the grandkids. I love all of that. And I know when I was a young man with my 2 sons, I did lose a business, but it didn't stop me pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, even though I wasn't happy at the time because I'd lost a business and I lost a home and all that sort of stuff. And so I did what was right. I did the things I needed to do in order to provide a bit of security for my children. I've got no regrets over that at all. There were times when I went to bed thinking to myself, there's got to be more to life than this. I think it was Thoreau that said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. And I think that's true for a lot of people, it's not just men. So what I'm really trying to say to you today is, what matters to you? What is it that you want out of your life that will bring you satisfaction? That will provide you with something gratifying? I'm not knocking anybody who hasn't achieved that already. If you're looking at this video and saying, James, you're talking like a fool, I'm already there, mate, then that's great. More power to you. But I do know that there are a lot of people out there who, like me, have worked hard but still haven't found what they're looking for out of life. I nearly burst into you too then. But settle back, have a think about it. Instead of doom scrolling on Facebook, which is something I do too often, settle back and just have a think about what it is you'd like from life, because do you know what? It's not too late, you know. I was 62 when I started this YouTube channel. I thought I'd done it for my 2 boys, but it turns out I've done it for more than them. This channel is turning into something that is immensely satisfying. The comments that I get from people, the people that humble me by opening up and sharing the things that have happened in their lives, it makes me feel as though I'm doing something good. And it's very, very satisfying. And I think it matters. So once again, I ask you, what matters to you? Sit down, have a think about it, and then see if you can find a way of making it happen for you. That's day 7 of the video challenge. If you click over there, I'm going to put a playlist of all the videos from the challenge so far. And then tomorrow, I'll be back to do it again. Lord knows what I'll be talking about. We'll find out then, won't we? I'll see you.